this is my new campsite for the rest of the weekend. It's called South Mineral Campground, and it's just like 5 miles from Silverton, basically in Silverton. And I knew these campgrounds were here, but I really didn't think they would have anything available. Being that it's Friday, I thought it would have been filled up already. So I left my stuff at Haviland Lake still, thinking that's where I was going to go back to. But they actually had 3 sites open. This is certainly beautiful from a view standpoint. So I'm going to go back, pack up my stuff from Haviland, and I've already reserved this spot now for tonight and tomorrow. And this is where I will stay for the next 2 nights. It's a beautiful creek right down along there. I'll be exploring that later. I have plenty of photos. And she did say there's been a bear spotted only a 1/4 mile down from here. She said it was a brown bear, which spooks me. I don't mind running into black bears, but I don't want to see a brown. But that's the country we're in. I do have bear spray with me, so I'll just have to keep it on me. So yay, this is where I'll be the next 2 nights. South Mineral Campground. Okay, so this is starting down the gravel road to the campground from Highway 160 in Silverton. And it's gonna get pretty bumpy. It's gonna be pretty bumpy the whole way. So it's 5 miles, I think, from the start of this dirt road to the campground. I think that's what it says. South Mineral Campground, 5 miles. Yep. So I may not film the whole 5 miles, but I wanted to kind of give you an idea of the beauty that I'm driving through on my way to this campground. And then I'm all the way up here at the very end of this. Although you can take, the dirt road does continue on, not as big as wide as this. It's a little 1-lane dirt road, continues on past the campground up to some meadow, she said. So maybe I'll try to drive that tomorrow or something. We'll have to see. But this road follows along the creek or river or whatnot. It looks like a river to me, but they call it a creek, or at least I'm sure this one's a creek. I don't know what this one's name is yet. I haven't seen a sign or looked at it on a map yet, but anyway, you will see. Oh, they have these designated camping areas too, where you can go in there and just camp wherever you want. That's all free. There's no reserved sites or anything, or no sites even for that matter. You just go and park wherever on some dirt road. And a lot of people like those because they're free, which obviously I would enjoy that aspect of it. But the thing about it is you tend to need to have more people with you, like a group, because then some people can stay at the site if you want to go for a hike or something like that. Because if I left during the day to go for a hike, I would never, somebody would take my spot as soon as I came back. You can't hang on to the spot if you're not there. So, all right, I think we're getting ready to go back along the river, creek, or whatnot. So, yeah, enjoy the view. close anyway. Yeah, and a lot of those you can see the snow melting and it's coming down like a waterfall. Not in that one, but in a lot of those little crevices you can see that. So the hike that I'm going to try to do tomorrow goes up this mountain right there in front of me. It goes up 2,400 feet in a little bit over 2 miles or something. So yeah, you hike up that and then there's a lake up there. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. That's going to be tomorrow. They said it's really steep. It's the equivalent of 3 Eiffel Towers. Or Empire State Buildings. 3 Empire State Buildings, I think, if that makes a difference. I don't know. But this is it. This is basically where the campground is. I'm like a minute away from it. Definitely has to rank up there as one of the best campgrounds ever. Okay, hopefully you can hear me. Beautiful waterfall, obviously. I was trying to get right up to it, and I probably could get a little bit further, but only to right down there. Not close enough to get up to it. It gets really steep. I did see another trail that cut off and went up back that way, so I'm gonna go back and see if I can get up around to the top from that angle. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. It's about as fresh as water gets up here. I'm at 10,000. The campground's at 10,000 feet. I've climbed up a couple hundred, so 10,000 plus feet. And I'll show you what these billy goat trails look like that I was telling you about, where you have to walk across the side of the mountain on these little cutouts, and it's steep. It's steep drop. Now fortunately at Cheeseman Canyon it was a much longer drop. You know, this would still hurt, but anyway, that's the kind of billy goat trail that I quite often see here. So I'm gonna close this out so I can 2 hands for that, and I'll pick it back up when I get to the top. Okay, so I made it up and around to the top of where I was just looking at the waterfall, and it turns out that there's a whole nother layer of waterfalls above it. So I had to step over here so I could talk, or so you could hear me, hopefully, and then I'll go back and show you close up, but you probably won't be able to hear anything then. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous, and it is raging right now. So this is on top of the other one. I was just way down there, way down over there. So this is the top of that one. Water falling down, and then it, wow, that's crazy. Look at that water. I'm gonna see if I can get down in there without hurting myself here. Start falling down. And then I'll show you where it goes up to the next level.
up there to the next level of waterfall. Beautiful. So I'm gonna stop and take some stills, and then keep on hiking.
Woohoo! Trail that goes up through there, and I mean up, 2,500 feet up in about 2 miles, and supposedly you go up on the other side of that peak up there, mountain, whatever, and there's some lakes up there. I'm not gonna try it today because of my knees, not so much going up but coming down. It's so steep, they tell me, that I'm worried about my knees. So I'm gonna go back and explore the waterfalls where I started yesterday afternoon, see how far I can go up with that. It was a gentler angle. It was still pretty, you were going up, but it wasn't terribly steep, so we'll see. Maybe I'll try that trail tomorrow morning. We'll see.